Hey everyone, and welcome back. Ever had one of those moments where you're so completely absorbed in what you're doing? Maybe it's gaming, playing an instrument, or even working on a project that hours just fly by like minutes. You look up, and suddenly it's dark outside, but you feel amazing and you've gotten so much done. That, my friends, is the magic of flow state. It's that awesome sweet spot where you're totally immersed, super focused, and actually enjoying the challenge. Today, we're going to break down how you can tap into this incredible state more often, whether you're studying, working, or tackling any important task. So, what exactly is this flow state? Well, you've probably heard it called being in the zone. It's when the task in front of you is challenging, but you feel like you have the skills to meet it. Distractions just fade away, your worries disappear, and you're just doing. Time gets all warped. Usually, hours feel like they pass in minutes. And the best part? It often feels effortless and deeply satisfying. A psychologist named Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi actually coined the term, and he found that people are often at their happiest when they're in flow. Now, why should you care about getting into flow? Well, besides feeling good when you're in flow, your productivity goes through the roof. You learn faster, you create better work, and you solve problems more effectively. It can turn even tough tasks into something enjoyable, almost like playing a game. And who wouldn't want a piece of that, right? All right, let's get down to the nitty-gritty. How do we actually do this? I've put together 5 key steps, blending some great research and practical tips to help you enter that coveted flow state. Key 1. Find your spark and set super clear goals. First things first, flow loves interest. You need what the experts call a trigger or a spark. It's really hard to force flow if you're working on something you absolutely hate. So, try to find an angle that genuinely piques your curiosity or passion. What makes this task interesting to you? Once you've got that, set a very clear, specific goal for your session. Don't just vaguely say, I'm gonna work. Instead, be precise. I'm going to finish reading this one chapter, or I'm going to write 500 words for this blog post, or I'm going to solve these 3 specific math problems. Just like in a video game where you know your mission, right? And hey, if it's a big project, break it down into smaller, manageable tasks. Each little win will fuel you for the next one. Key 2. Create your no distraction zone. Next up, your environment is huge. Think of it as creating your personal flow bubble. You need to minimize all distractions. And I mean all of them. That means notifications off on your phone and computer. Maybe even disconnect from the Wi-Fi if you don't need it for the task. Find a quiet spot where you won't be interrupted. Some people thrive with instrumental music, others need total silence. Experiment and see what helps you lock in. And it's not just about physical distractions. Clear your mental clutter too. Got a bunch of other to-dos or worries buzzing in your head? Scribble them down on a piece of paper to deal with later. For now, it's all about this one thing. Key 3. Embrace the push-through phase. Okay, this part is super important, and maybe a little counterintuitive. Getting into flow isn't always like flipping a switch. There's often an initial phase that can feel like a bit of a struggle. You might feel restless, easily distracted, or even a bit anxious thinking. Where do I even start? Or what if I mess this up? Guess what? That's totally normal. It often means you actually care about what you're doing and want to do it well. The key is to gently push through this discomfort. Just start. Write that first clunky sentence. Sketch out that rough idea. Solve the easiest part of the problem first. Even if it feels a bit forced or awkward, for the first 10, 15, even 20 minutes. Then take a moment, breathe, and consciously try to relax into the task. Tell yourself, okay, I'm settling in now. This little bit of persistence is often all it takes to break through to the other side where flow is waiting. And key 4, get hooked with feedback and build momentum. So, you've pushed through that initial resistance and you're actually doing the work. This is where the magic starts to happen and you build momentum. You'll typically find yourself getting into that nice groove after about 15 to 20 minutes of this focused effort. To keep that flow going strong, find ways to get regular feedback on your progress. This is one reason why games are so addictive. You constantly know if you're winning, leveling up, or completing a quest. For your work or study, this could be as simple as finishing a subtask and checking it off your list, seeing your word count go up, or solving a mini problem within a larger one. These little wins tell your brain, hey, this is working, keep going. And they keep you engaged. Suddenly you'll realize you're deeply focused, ideas are connecting, and you're making real progress. Time will start to slip by unnoticed. That's it. You're in flow. And key 5, the gentle landing. Recover and recharge. Flow states are amazing, but they do consume mental energy. In a good way. So when you naturally come out of a flow period, or when you've reached your goal for the session, don't just abruptly slam on the brakes and jump to the next chaotic thing. Give yourself a few minutes to recover. This is super important. Stretch a little, get some water, maybe walk around for a moment. Let your brain consolidate what you've accomplished. This not only helps you feel good about the work you've done, but also makes it easier to get back into flow next time. Think of it as saving your game progress and recharging your energy for the next round. So, let's do a super quick recap of those 5 keys to flow. Find your spark and set clear goals. Get interested and know exactly what you want to achieve. Create your no distraction zone. Minimize interruptions, both around you and in your head. Embrace the push-through phase. Don't give up if it's a bit tough at the start. Just begin, even if it's imperfect. Get hooked with feedback. Build that momentum, and track your small wins to stay engaged. Recover and recharge. After a good session, take a break to consolidate and refresh. Getting into a flow state consistently takes a bit of practice. So don't worry if it doesn't happen every single time right away. Be patient with yourself. But the more you apply these keys, the more you'll find yourself slipping into that awesome zone of productivity and, yes, even enjoyment. So, what activities get you into a flow state? And do you have any other secret tips for getting in the zone? Share them in the comments below. I'd love to read them and learn from you too. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this helpful, please give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe for more tips and tricks, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.